Good afternoon, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. I have this gorgeous and very special 1995 Mercedes Benz E300D. This is the last year of the W124 chassis, but that's not the only thing that makes this unit very special. As you can hear in the background, it is a diesel engine. Furthermore, if that didn't make it rare enough, this is probably the only one for sale anywhere in the United States with a 5-speed manual transmission. You heard correctly, this is a 5-speed manual transmission W124. I don't think this was ever produced in the factory because I did the manual swap during the time in which it was under my ownership. This vehicle came to me as a 4-speed automatic transmission. Me being a manual transmission fanatic, converted this vehicle several years back. Probably also good for me to mention, this vehicle is out of my personal collection. I've owned this vehicle for several years, and gosh, if I added my receipts, I probably put about $15,000 into this vehicle to make it quite as special as it is. The bulk of that expense coming from the manual transmission swap. All of the transmission and the parts were out of a Mercedes Benz 190D, and it bolted right on. All of the fabrication and conversion was done professionally over at Dobson's German Auto Service in Roseville, where I have been meticulously maintaining not only this vehicle but all of my vehicles for the last 15 years. John Dobson, the owner of the mechanic shop, of the garage, takes great pride in his work and is one of the only guys around here that I know of that still gets a kick out of working or even knows how to work on these older Mercedes-Benz, especially the diesels. He is an absolute whiz. This vehicle is absolutely gorgeous inside and out. As you can tell, the body and paint are in fantastic condition. No blemishes that jump out at you. Everything works as it should. Another thing that we did with this vehicle is we put a brand new air conditioning compressor, dryer, condenser, evaporator. Went through all of that when I got the vehicle. The air was not blowing cold, and I redid the entire system to ensure that it's been working. That was done several years back and is still blowing ice cold. Final production year before it went to the round headlight E-Class in 1996. This vehicle is equipped with privacy glass, and you have a staggered set of AMG monoblocks, 17-inch in front, 18-inch in back, wrapped in brand new Michelin tires. These Michelin tires were installed by me. They have less than 1,000 miles on them, and they're absolutely gorgeous. These wheels are sold separately. I do have the stock set of wheels that came with the vehicle. I believe they were 15-inch. Those are included in the sale. If I'm not mistaken, those have Michelin tires on them as well. Those 15-inch stock set of wheels are included with the sale unless you opt to upgrade to these staggered monoblock AMG wheels, in which case, for an additional $2,500, we will keep the wheels that are currently on this vehicle. These wheels have been discontinued several years back. All of the wheels are completely curb-free. They're completely reconditioned, and they are like brand new. You cannot find these wheels any longer, folks. It's very, very difficult to find these wheels. These wheels are era appropriate, and they look fantastic on this vehicle. Door panels, as you can see, in beautiful condition. The interior is absolutely pristine with no signs of rips or damage on these seats. They look like brand new. Center armrest is in beautiful condition, and all of the wood trim is like new. I did send the center wood piece on the console here to be professionally redone. There were some light surface cracks on this, which are no longer present because they were completely redone. We have this brand new Zebrano shift knob, which I obtained once we did the manual transmission swap. And we have this awesome Pioneer stereo system. The reason I chose this Pioneer stereo system is it has multiple different illumination colors that has one that matches the interior color of this vehicle perfectly. Now, this is satellite capable. It is a touch screen. It is a flip out. I have it programmed to automatically flip out when you start the engine and flip in when you shut the vehicle off. However, you can do it manually as well. Just change the settings. It is also Bluetooth capable. You have your microphone right up over here. Gives you hands-free, AM, FM, CD, MP3, satellite radio. Then you also have a auxiliary plug, a USB plug rather, right over here to be able to charge your devices and be able to sync with your devices. We have 120,321 miles. If I'm not mistaken, I put about 6,000 or 7,000 of those miles on myself. I purchased the vehicle somewhere around 112 or 113 if I'm not mistaken. The vehicle runs beautifully. Very fuel efficient vehicle. When we did the manual transmission swap, the gear ratios did change a little bit, which gives it a really comfortable freeway cruising speed at under 3,000 RPM, which I've actually been able to obtain over 800 miles in one tank. And I may think that is unbelievable and is very impressive, partially due to the tank being so large. This is a 23.5 gallon tank, so it is a very large tank, but nonetheless, over 800 miles in one tank of fuel. Very impressive. Prior to the manual transmission swap, I think the most I ever got was 575 miles. So quite impressive. This is my original Mercedes Benz sunshade. Rear of the vehicle is equally as impressive. Interior, headrests, trim, door panels, all in perfect condition. These all-weather Mercedes floor mats have been discontinued. You can no longer buy these. I bought a stockpile of these brand new years ago and put one in every vehicle I get. You have the carpeted floor mats and the all-weather floor mats that are present and accounted for. Headliner in gorgeous condition, no drooping, no sagging. Carpeting throughout the vehicle is absolutely beautiful. Carpeted mats again, as well as the all-weather mats. If you watched some of my other videos in which I've sold off a few units in my personal inventory, my personal stash I call it, I've told folks about a story how in one day I single-handedly discontinued several different floor mats from the Mercedes Benz company. I basically asked them to give me every floor mat, all-weather or carpeted, that they could get for the W124 chassis, which is this, the W123, W126, and the W140 chassis vehicles. So needless to say, I spent thousands of dollars that day and selfishly bought every single one in existence. Spare tire doesn't look like it's ever been used. Original factory toolkit still in the plastic, as well as your jack. Carpeting is in beautiful condition and the light works perfectly. So needless to say, I do have a supply of these all-weather floor mats and otherwise regular floor mats as well, stored away, and I put one in every one of these vehicles that I own. I don't put them in the vehicles that I place on the lot for sale, but again, this one came out of my personal stash. I'm trying to make room for a few very, very special and collectible toys that are coming in. I only have room to store up to about 30 vehicles indoors, and I am about capacity right now. So do need to make room for a few newbies that are going to be entering in. And this is amongst one of the vehicles that I personally own that I am placing for sale. Recently sold a S600, a low mileage S600 that was out of my personal inventory as well. Again, you can see the seats are in beautiful condition. There is a little bit of peeling back of the vinyl right over here, mostly on this side, slightly on the other side as well. That's going to be an easy fix for any upholstery shop. As a matter of fact, we can arrange to have that done prior to you taking delivery if you'd like. The vinyl throughout the rest of the vehicle is in great shape. The B pillars oftentimes have vinyl peeling. That's not the case with this one. Both sides you have healthy vinyl on your B pillars. Wood trim throughout in great condition. Dash is free of any cracks or damage. Windshield is free of any chips or cracks or damage. Privacy glass all the way around, as you can see. Stereo system just sounds fabulous. Made this vehicle a very user-friendly vehicle. It is very comfortable. It's one of the last old-school style Mercedes-Benz you can get that still has a lot of the comfort and a lot of the amenities that you would find or strive to find in any modern vehicle. Cup holders being the only exception to the rule. The Germans were a little late to the game in the cup holder category. Inline 6-liter engine is just purring away like brand new. Very smooth, very strong. Very capable, lots of low-end torque, no smoke whatsoever. This is a 1995, so it is smog exempt in California and probably every other state as well. Heat shield is present and accounted for and in perfect condition. This vehicle has no leaks, has no seepage. I have tended to all of the maintenance and the service on time, or ahead of time, most of the time. And it needs nothing to be enjoyed. Of course, you can find this vehicle and many others on our website, which is www.directauto.outlet.com. You could also phone us anytime down here at the lot at area code 916-765-7575. I do want to take this opportunity to thank you for taking the time to look at our video, and we sure do hope to see you down here at the lot soon. Thank you and have a great day.